I don't know, man. Y'all think Danny Garcia is just looking for a cash out and an ass whooping? This is what he told Fight Hub. Me and Terrence Crawford is a big fight. We have history. I feel like he needs somebody like me. Danny Garcia, former 2-division champion, now 36-3 with 21 KOs. How old is Danny Garcia now? Both divisions, 140, 147. He really popped on the scene when he had that upset victory. It was an upset at the time. You can't say it wasn't. 34 years old when he beat Amir Khan. Let's go take a look at his resume since we're here. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. We were back full time. I had a lot of legal shit I had to take care of, guys, but I took care of it. We done. We're doing videos every day. Errol Spence, that was the pay-per-view. Errol Spence's first fight back after he had the horrific car accident. He lost via unanimous decision. Ivan Radkach, that was didn't Radkach bite him or hit him low? It was some controversy there. That was a showcase-ish type fight. Adrian Granado's showcase-ish type fight, but nonetheless tough fighter. Was a tough fighter before he ran into Conor Ben. I don't know what that was. The Sean Porter fight was a big fight. Randy Rios was over the hill. Where the hell is he at? Super over the hill Brandon Rios was. Keith Thurman, that was a significant fight. Some may say that even though Danny Garcia lost that fight, Keith Thurman's never been the same. Samuel Vargas, that was in Philly. I was there. We're going to rate his fights. Robert Guerrero, Paulie Malignaggi, Lamont Peterson, excellent resume. Mauricio, win or loss, Mauricio Herrera, Matisse, Zab Judah. Zab Judah still had a little bit left. Eric Morales, that was his last leg. Danny Garcia fought him twice. And then the Amir Khan fight. Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell, Mike Arnautis. He was somewhat of a known name. But overall, Ashley Theophane. But overall, you notice something. Danny Garcia has issues with boxers. If you're right there in front of him, and try to stand in the pocket with him, you're in trouble. If you don't got no movement, you're in trouble. I guess what I'm saying is Terrence Crawford can beat him. I'm from Philly. I like Danny Garcia, but the fight don't mean nothing to me. I would entertain it, though. I would entertain it. I would definitely entertain it. I can't say it wouldn't be a fight worthwhile. But the fucked up part about it is, would you pay for that on pay-per-view? It is a fringe-ish type pay-per-view fight. Especially when you look at what PBC's been putting out. I'll take anything over Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin, and Tank Davis versus fucking Rolly Romero and Chris Arreola versus Andy Ruiz. But if it's true that Terrence Crawford is going to be signing, with PBC, then it's like, and they say, okay, listen, it's a 3-fight deal. You got to fight Danny Garcia, then you get Errol Spence. I would be cool with that. I'm not saying that's what the deal is, but overall, this fight doesn't really I'm thinking to myself yo, bro, looking at Danny, for example, Errol Spence, I think it was safe to say that many were looking at that fight to see how Errol Spence would look. But even before or after the accident, Danny Garcia was the underdog because Spence being a boxer, and he can be in the pocket too, but nonetheless, Spence boxed circles around him. Ivan Radkach and Adrian Granados were tailor-made fights for Danny Garcia to win. Sean Porter outworked Danny Garcia. You can also beat Danny Garcia that way. You can outwork him. Brandon Rios, showcase fight. Keith Thurman outboxed him, tried to stop him. Keith Thurman stood in the pocket too long. Look where Keith Thurman is now. We don't know what's going on with him. We don't even know if he's going to be back this year after Barrios. Robert Guerrero, Samuel Vargas, tailor-made for him. Paulie Malignaggi, tailor-made for him. Lamont Peterson was doing a whole lot of moving around. What did he do? Boxed. The Rod Soka, ill. Mauricio Herrera exposed him. Boxed. In Puerto Rico, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Remember that cringe shit? I hated that. Lucas Matisse, that's when he beat up the boogeyman. People were like, okay, he can motherfucking, Zab Judah, over the hill, but Danny Garcia won. The 2 Eric Morales fights, the first one was really good. The second one, fuck. Amir Khan was boxing his ears off, but Amir Khan got his ass knocked out. It's Amir Khan. You see what I'm saying? So what would Terrence Bud Crawford at 38-0 with 29 KOs, also 34-year-old, do to him? he would fuck around and stop Danny Garcia, like play with him type shit, you know? Pause. But I'm trying to gauge my level of hype for this fight. Like, how do I feel about this fight if it was to happen? Right now, it seems as though Danny wants it because Danny's looking for a big fight, and he know it'll be a payday on pay-per-view. But it won't be. I don't think it'll be the type of pay-per-view payday that, you know, ESPN and Top Rank and whoever put together for Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter the fight. I don't think Danny Garcia is going to get that type of money. Also, how would this fight do on pay-per-view? No better than the Sean Porter fight. What were the numbers on that? Around 120,000 or so, give or take. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But let me know how you guys feel about this fight down below in the comments. Me, I'm like, I would entertain it. But Terrence Crawford's going to be the heavy favorite. And the fight would mean nothing. Let's see what Danny Garcia is ranked. Also, Danny Garcia has been flirting with, talking about going to 154. Why I feel he should stay far away from. Danny Garcia, do not go to 154, bro. It's going to be like some shit when Miguel Cotto went to 160. Like, they're going to try to do some careful-ass matchmaking. I don't want to see it. Smoke and mirrors. Looking at the rankings here on my beautiful website, FightView360.com, Danny Garcia is not ranked at 147. Oh, yeah, he is. WBC number 5. Not by the WBA. Not by the IBF or the WBO. If he mysteriously pops up in the WBO rankings next month, Danny Garcia, then yo, expect some shit. And nope, he is not ranked at 154. He can't hang at 154. Danny. Also, Terrence Crawford is, you know, talking about 154 pounds as well. I'm hoping that after Yordenis Ugas, if Errol Spence beats Ugas, which I'm not confident he will, that we get to finally see at the end of the year, because Derek James, the trainer of Errol Spence, and Errol Spence have been hinting at it that, yo, it's possible that we can see an undisputed championship at the end of the year. I'm holding out hope. Here's the 147-pound division broken down. Errol Spence, Yordenis Ugas fighting April the 16th on Showtime pay-per-view. All Access is actually going to be premiering tonight, Saturday, April the 2nd. Looking forward to that. Boots Ennis and Gerald, and Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz are both closing in on with whether it's going to be the WBC, IBF, WBO. One of those organizations is going to order them to fight, and that's going to be some big news and controversy right there. Eimantis is taking on Radzhab Butaev on the prelim version on regular Showtime, leading into the Spence versus Ugas pay-per-view. Looking forward to that fight. We don't know what Keith Thurman's doing next, but if Errol Spence and Ugas win, like if Spence beats Ugas, and he doesn't fight Crawford, I think it's going to be Keith Thurman. If Ugas wins, of course, there'll likely be a rematch. But yo, that's a fight to look forward to. Listen, Yordenis Ugas has a chance. You know, he is a boxer. You know, he has a high, you know, IQ. Even though he struggled with Abel Ramos and he lost to Sean Porter, many people felt he won, and he lost to Jamal James. And who else did he lose to? I want to look it up, but I really don't have the time. I don't know. Very, very live dog. Like, Ugas ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. Let me look at it real quick, see what we got here. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. There we go. Yeah, Sean Porter, a married mom, and then he lost to Jamal James, right? Johnny Garcia. Where's this guy? I always like to look and see where, like, these fighters who beat big name. Manny Robles, a married mom. No, he beat Jamal James. My bad. A married mom and Robles. The mom fight. That's the little, you know, and he struggled against Abel Ramos. Where's this guy? Damn, he got that win over Ugas and just, you know. And he lost to Imam. Shit. Imam out here slaughtering people. And it is what it is, though. Take a time out, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, T Street Controversy with FightU360.